All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So, just caught Robert Saleh's press conference, and he covered a lot of different things, right? Zach Wilson, the offense, Tim Boyle, the future, backup quarterback, a lot of different things. And I wanted to really dive in and give my thoughts on a few of his replies. So let's start with Tim Boyle first and foremost, right? Obviously, name the starting quarterback. And the idea behind it is to hopefully provide a spark. Obviously, the offense has been flat out embarrassing pretty much the entire season. And at this point, Saleh said it's his decision. We're making a change here. Something has got to give. And Tim Boyle, who's brought in this offseason, has been with Hackett before, has been with the Jets from the jump, training camp, preseason, all that kind of stuff. He's going to be the one getting the opportunity. Behind Tim Boyle, and by the way, I'm hoping for nothing but the best from Tim Boyle. I'm hoping that we actually get a similar situation like we got with Mike White, right, where he came in and threw for 400 yards. That'd be crazy. But behind Tim Boyle is Trevor Siemian. So Siemian's promoted to now being the QB2 on Sundays moving forward, and Zach is now all the way at QB3. But Zach is going to still be dressing for the games on Sunday. As far as Zach Wilson's future with the Jets goes, Saleh said he's going to address it in the offseason. Obviously, the team is focused on Miami. I understand that reply or that answer. But one thing caught me off guard a little bit, and it's the fact that Saleh said that, with Rodgers going down, the plan wasn't really to play Zach Wilson this season. The plan was to redshirt him. That's clearly not the case. Because if the plan was to redshirt Zach Wilson, redshirt me, I know the college football rules are a little bit different these days, but redshirt used to mean you don't play at all. You don't play at all. You have a full season under your belt not playing. You're not in the game. Why is Zach Wilson the backup quarterback to start the year? And I understand, okay, well, hey, maybe it's a blunder, right? Maybe, who would have thought Aaron Rodgers goes down the first drive of the season? Our mistake. Yeah, we won the game, but yeah, you know what? Hey, look, Joe Douglas, it's not our plan here to roll with Zach moving forward. Let's go out and make a move tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday before the game, before week 2. Maybe Zach has to play, a couple more weeks. And then, boom, we can pull him, and we get back to plan A, redshirt Zach. Didn't happen. So, first and foremost, in the offseason, when Teddy Bridgewater was available, when Gardner Minshew was available, when Joe Flacco was available, when Carson Wentz was available, when Marcus Mariota was available, when all these different, Jacoby Brissett, all these different quarterbacks are out on the open market, the Jets didn't bring in a competent backup. Yes, they brought in Tim Boyle, but is he a competent backup? No, obviously not, because he was listed as the QB3 this entire time. So the Jets clearly don't really hold Tim Boyle in that high of a regard. It's not until there's so much pressure where the team is about to implode where now he's getting an opportunity to start a game. So I don't want to hear that he was the destined backup for this football team, because it's clearly not the case. So Joe Douglas passed on bringing in a veteran this offseason. So again, to start the year, you can't really say that our plans to redshirt Zach. No, he's one injury away from being the guy. Lo and behold, Rodgers does get hurt, and nothing is done for weeks. So to me, that seems like a drastic shift of gears to go from he's not playing, we don't want him to play, we want him to have a redshirt season, to now all of a sudden he's the guy and he's forced to play. I mean, this is the National Football League. The Jets have cap space. They could have brought somebody in. Like, Saleh is acting like these guys are acting like, oh, our hands are tied. The NFL, they send us a memo. We have to play Zach because he was the second overall pick, or else we're going to be docked a draft pick. That's what it seems like. So to hear this wasn't the plan. The plan was to redshirt Zach and ideally to have him sit on the bench all year. Why was he the backup quarterback? They could have brought somebody else in. Makes no sense. It makes no sense, which makes me feel so to me it's like there's two possible outcomes. Number one, there's a mandate in place by Woody Johnson, you or Joe Douglas, you have to play Zach against Saleh's will here. Or there's zero foresight within the higher ups of the organization. There's not a proactive approach whatsoever. It's just, yeah, we have our plan in place and everything is going to go perfectly fine. And we're going to go win the Super Bowl and everything's going to be great. But if something goes wrong, somebody gets hurt, whatever the case is, our season's screwed and we don't know how to respond. It's like our backup plans, our plan B, our insurance policies, even thought about within the Jets organization. Because this is not the first time where Joe Douglas has not had a solid plan B in place, and it just seems like the second something negative happens, boom, the entire thing goes up in flames. So that's I just don't appreciate the comments of Saleh in that regard, right? Just, oh, our plan was to redshirt him. Clearly not. Clearly not. The team has had 11 weeks to do something. And yeah, they brought in Trevor Siemian, but that was weeks after Rodgers goes down. It's not running back. It's not, it's not corner. It's not plug and play. There's obviously a learning a ramp-up period for quarterbacks to learn the system. Another thing that Saleh talked about was that he supposedly shared his thoughts with Joe Douglas about drafting Zach in the first place, and didn't want to get into specifics, but just kind of a weird thing to throw out there randomly after, a bludgeoning against Buffalo. Just kind of weird and unnecessary, I guess, unless Saleh truly feels like his hands are tied and he's forced to play Joe Douglas's guy. And this is Joe Douglas's guy here because he has passed over and over and over and over and over again on all of these different quarterback options. I understand, right, getting Rodgers in the building, he's supposed to be the starter, but he had opportunities. He's had opportunities for years to get some competition in the building. He had an opportunity to bring Mike White back, didn't do it. So I just want this team to function without the drama. Like, is that too much to ask for? Does it have to be just like a complete circus offensively? So I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section on this. I'm really interested to hear your take. Super fascinating stuff, mind-boggling, right? Crazy stuff. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.